Welcome to General Manager's Corner. Today's theme, we're continuing talking about It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And this is a great theme, and we have a very special guest, Eric Bischofberger, Executive Director of Operations from Latitudes Margaritaville. Thank you for joining.
Howard, thanks for having me
Appreciate
here.
it.
I appreciate it.
So I want to kind of get into this It's 5 o'clock somewhere theme.
Sure.
Jimmy Buffett's always sort of espoused this aspirational lifestyle. What are the similarities and differences between what you see at Latitudes Margaritaville versus a more typical private member club?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think of Latitude Margaritaville as a club of the future, a modern club, if you will. And what does that look like? What are we doing at Latitude Margaritaville? We're executing a lifestyle, but as an HOA as well, and a very new one, we're also selling homes. So what we want to make sure is that we're executing that lifestyle. It's like the chicken or the egg. Which one comes first?
Right.
To me, it's executing that lifestyle that attracts those prospective residents coming on board.
Right.
So constantly executing that lifestyle.
So, you mentioned attracting those new users and members and community members. What else have you done sort of specifically that's unique to Latitudes to sort of make yourself more appealing to the younger homeowners and younger members?
Absolutely. So Howard, it goes back to that lifestyle. And at Latitude Margaritaville, we're a 55 and better community.
Okay.
And so what does that lifestyle look like specifically? We say it has 5 pillars to it.
Okay.
So one of the components is food and beverage. One of them is fitness and wellness. One of them is having fun. One of them is music. And the other is lifelong learning. So those pillars really creates that lifestyle that we execute and attracts those residents.
I think that's great. So going back to your first pillar, since we're talking about It's 5 o'clock somewhere,
Yeah.
do you find that the bar is one of the hearts of the clubs and like a real key part of how members socialize?
It's a great question. So certainly an area that a lot of our residents naturally gravitate towards. If I were to say the heart of the community, it would be the town center. So at Latitude Margaritaville, there's a town center. And what does that look like? There's a Last Mango Theater where we're constantly having different lifestyle events, bingo, trivia, comedy shows, matinees, and so forth. Lifelong learning events in there too.
Right.
400,000 gallon Paradise Pool Complex, outdoor, zero level entry. And although you're in Hardyville, technically,
Right.
it feels like you're in paradise.
Uh-huh.
The next area of town center is going to be the Bar and Chill, the main restaurant of the community.
Right.
Just a beautiful indoor, outdoor feel restaurant, over 50 bar seats. And again, that indoor, outdoor, the breeze is constantly flowing through. The next portion to it down is the Fins Up Fitness Center, a beautiful complex Pilates wellness center, indoor aquatic center. And next to the Fins Up Fitness Center is our Working and Playing Center, which is various classrooms. We have a playground, which is a pottery center. We have a wood shop with a full wood shop hangar, and then various other areas for the members to be able to utilize for their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that town center is really the heart of the community.
Got it. So Eric, technology has sort of been more and more pervasive and sort of infiltrating and becoming an integral part of clubs. Given the unique demographic of Latitudes, how have you been taking technology and incorporating it at your location?
Great question. And so one of the things that we want to be careful with is technology, being an older community, 55 and plus. So constantly communicating and educating our residents on the various technologies that we utilize. One specific technology that we love to utilize with our residents is called the Nudge app. The Nudge app is an app that is very engaging. For instance, we'll put different games on there,
Right.
such as almost like a hide and seek game, hiding lost shakers assault throughout the property.
Right.
And whatever resident is able to find the X amount of lost shakers assault, they win a prize on it. So it really engages them, but utilizing an app to pull it all together.
Yeah, I like that. And then the last question, kind of the F&B component is just really integral to what's happening at Latitudes. A lot of clubs have infused a little bit of the DNA of the local area into their club. Latitudes does a really great job, obviously, with the theming, but whether it's at this club or a previous club, can you give an example of a problem that might have happened with F&B and how you creatively came up with an interesting way to sort of address it or mitigate it?
Perhaps one of the challenges that we had, and maybe not so much a challenge, but more of an opportunity, going back to executing the lifestyle. And what does it look like at Margaritavilles? Well, the components of lifestyle, two of the main ones being food and beverage and music, and really wanting to tie those in together, right? So anywhere on property, when you're at a Latitude Margaritaville, you should always be hearing music playing, and on-brand music. That Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney, No Shoes Radio kind of vibe.
Right.
And so with that being said, contracting with for each location, contracting with a local musical portfolio company that really brings in on-brand musicians to constantly be playing every single day of the week, at least 4 hours a day. So yeah, and being able to tie in those local musicians to our properties, very important.
Right, great. Well, thanks for joining us. Great insight. I
Howard,
appreciate it,
thank you.
Eric.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks for having me
Thank
on.
you.